Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Bayonetta 2 walkthrough. It's time for Chapter 3, Paradiso, the Gates of Paradise. Now, I will point out that the first cards that we unlocked just at the end of the last chapter are for climax, and basically they provide you with different options for basically completing things and earning halos. So it's certainly in your interest to play the game first, because it means that you will unlock the majority of the verse cards to play through, otherwise you're just kind of screwed.
Don't just walk into Fimbulventer. We're going to have to be creative, love, if we're ever going to make it. Look over there. That's the Cathedral of Cascades. It was used for ritual worship of the mountain. Inside, there's a device that can build a bridge to the heavens. It'll take us halfway up Fimbulventer. An express pass. Right, love?
Seems something finally came to mind, little one. While you're in the remembering mood, you wouldn't happen to know where the entrance to Inferno is up there, would you?
Inferno? You must be in some shit if you're volunteering to go there. Let me put it this way, love. Once we get to the mountain, you'll get your choice of going up or going down. Fimbulventer doesn't let you just stick around.
And which way will you be going?
Me?
What's the matter, little one? Scared of what comes next?
Shut up! Just get me to the mountain!
Little one!
Get away from me!
And so, we finally get the introduction of Glamour. I do just wish that this was a slightly more exciting cutscene. Because it's just like, come on. Actually animate, please. But, yes, we are fighting on the side of a water tornado. Just, what? It's just point blank ridiculous, really. Now, I have to say, this bit is slightly frustrating, because you can't really hit Glamour all that much. I mean, you are okay if you've got Kafka, because Kafka kind of homes in on Glamour and effectively allows you to take down his health a lot quicker. But Kafka becomes much less useful later on in the fight. Now, the thing with Glamour is that basically Yusuke Hashimoto, who designed the angels for both Bayonetta 1 and 2, and he's the director for this game, claimed that since Fortitudo was the dragon angel for Bayonetta, they wanted a slightly different design and behaviour for Glamour, because it's essentially the dragon enemy for this game. So that's why they went with the sort of serpentine look. And also, it's one of the only sphere-ranked angels that can actually speak fluently, which is a massive oddity, because most of them can't. There's only 3 in this game which are proven to be able to do that. And also, it appears that, like Inspired from the first game, it's based off of early Judeo-Christian depictions of the Seraphim as heavenly but draconic, serpent-like beings, and it's referenced not only in its actual rank as Seraph, but also in its hierarchy of Laguna entry, where another classical trait of the Seraphim, the presence of 6 wings, is brought up. And it may also invoke Wadjet, which is an Egyptian fiery serpent deity thing. And I will talk about the voice actors for all of the angels, but that will come at a much later point. Now I have to say that I do love this fight. It's epic. I mean, the music, which is glamour in charm and allure, or allure, however you want to pronounce it, is pretty glorious, particularly when we get to the third phase of this battle, which is coming shortly. And arguably, that's the bit of the fight that is the most enjoyable. Because we get off of this surfing and start to fly. Now, I mean, just the epicness here is insane. Like, while I would say that most of the fights in this game don't ever feel quite as insanely epic as those in the original Bayonetta, this is certainly a highlight because it's sort of... the music is just really insanely good. And also just all the ideas going on is just completely bonkers and wonderful. The only frustration is that you are kind of stuck on this moving path, so it doesn't quite flow as well as it probably could do, and there are moments where you have absolutely no control over what's happening. Thankfully it is pretty damn easy to be able to control to kind of prolong your combo, so that's an excellent fun thing. Also, it does really test your reactions, because, I mean, that particular move from Glamour is very fast, and you have to dodge multiple times to be able to get that witch time to pull off. So you've got to be on it. And to be perfectly honest, that's the case with pretty much all of the fights in Bayonetta 2. You have got to be on it, otherwise they will completely and utterly destroy you. Even on second climax here, which is easier than the original Bayonetta. Because these guys don't wait around at all. And I'm very, very, very serious in that. Now, something else that I'm not sure whether I'm correct on this, but either the enemies were given kind of a bigger defense buff since the first game, because they seem to go down ever so slightly slower than they did in the original game, and I don't know whether that's true or not, but there does seem to be an element of slowness. But also, I absolutely adore this climax. It's hilarious and wonderful. And also completely filthy, but that's Bayonetta for you. And so with that wonderful summon of Diomedes, or Diomedes, or whatever, Glamour is defeated.
I don't recall asking for your permission. Oh, and I was wrong about our final destination. Going down.
Now, what just happens there introduces one of the major problems I have with Bayonetta 2. And that's that you never really get to gloat in your victories over the bosses. Like, something generally always happens at the end of a cutscene which kind of... where Bayonetta gets screwed over, and it's kind of a bit of an anticlimax. But anyway, Chapter 3 is complete, onwards to Chapter 4.